Hello, I'm Tomasz and I want to talk about using multi-textures in Blender. As I came to the Blender from 3ds Max, the first time I tried to create a floor, I was wondering how could I use a multi-textures from 3ds Max. Multi-texture is a way of assigning multiple textures to a slot where usually a single texture comes. It allows for extra randomization. Additionally, it allows for separate control over gamma, hue and saturation, adding even more randomization, more realistic look without apparent tiling, even though the textures we use are not really seamless. Okay, so back to Blender. We need first some floor. I will add quickly one using floorboard generator. You can get it online. Some quick adjustments to the sizes and we go directly to the shading workspace. So now in material node editor I add some new material, I load my textures, I will load only 4, not to make it too long. I will add some UV mapping and I connect my texture to the base color. We don't see the texture, so I go to the edit mode, I reset UVs. The shorter planks on the edge will be not mapped properly, but let's leave it for now. To assign different texture to each plank, I will use random per island output from geometry node. That gives me value in the range from 0 till 1, randomly assigned per each geometry island. So I will cut this range in 4 and to each part I will assign different texture using color mixture node and some logical operations. Just for now I add some HSV node to change the second texture color so we can clearly see where which one goes. I add greater than node to compare random per island value with 1, so if it's less than 1 we will get first texture, if it's more than 1 we will get the second texture. It doesn't work because random per island doesn't work in Eevee, we have to change to cycles. Okay, and now we have much more of the blue because the range is from 0 to 4 and we compared with 1. Now I add more mixed node and greater than node so I can assign to each range another texture. I compare at value 2 and 3, so the borders between ranges. I finalize the texture assignment and now we have our random distribution. The only problem with this being that it's this and only one distribution. Actually, random per value doesn't allow us to change the seed. To cheat that, I add multiply node to change set of digits after the comma, and I add fraction node because I need only the part from 0 to 1. By doing so, I can now use the value by which I multiply the same way I would use the seed, and we can change appearance of our random pattern. Now I can add some randomness in gamma. For doing that I add gamma node, value 1 is neutral, so I should bring my range from 0 to 1 to the range around 1, let's say from 0.8 to 1.2. For that I add multiply node, I reduce my range to 0.4 and I add 0.8, so I will have now range from 0.8 to 1.2. In the same way you can add some randomness to the hue or saturation. You can as well add some randomness to the scale or rotation of the tile, but that you have to do in the UV mapping. For that I copy random per value and my seed adjustment group. As a rotation for UV mapping I have to give vector value, so I add a combine node. I will want to rotate it by 180 degrees, but I have to give in radians. Next I will add another greater than node so I can part my range of random values and mix it between 0 and 180 degrees. I arranged this setup together with some more options into 2 nodes, UV configuration which comes before the texture and color adjustments which come after the texture. You should remember to have the same seed for every multi-texture node in a single material setup. Plug in the textures from 1 to 8 and set the correct number of textures. I added as well some setup for randomizing per island, a single seamless texture, which gives as well very good effects. I will add the link to the file in the description. Thank you for watching. Hopefully see you next time.